Coach, can you look at the difference in rebounding and just ball movement? You only have 15 assists tonight.
Yeah, so the rebounding was problematic the whole night, so that's probably the difference in the game. You got to get stops. I thought we had some good looks at threes, and we didn't make. So trust the pass, and, but we got to rebound.
Mikal had that open look to tie it up. Was that the as good a look you could hope for, and something she's probably just...
and again, the same thing. It's the right play, make the right play. Shot it good. We didn't make it. As long as you shoot it good, and he works on it all the time, so it's a good shot when we missed.
How do you assess what you saw from Jalen tonight?
Same. Like he battled like crazy. There was a physicality that, like I want to take a look at the, obviously huge discrepancy in free throws. Huge. So I got to take a look at that. Right. So, I don't understand, how on one side, you talk about direct line drives, the guy's getting fouled and it's not being called. Right. So, and look, I really don't give a crap how they call the game as long as it's consistent on both sides. So if Cunningham's driving and there's marginal contact and he's getting to the line, then Jalen deserves to be getting to the line. It's really that simple.
Tom, in terms of becoming a 48-minute team, playing the full 48 minutes, where do you guys need to go, or how can you guys get to the point where you're playing?
Well, the thing is, missed shots are part of the game, but the rebounding, that we control that. That's your effort. That's all those things. So, if you're not shooting well, you got to do other things to help us win. So rebound the ball. So we know we got to rebound better.
Cat didn't get any shots in the fourth quarter. What do you make of that? And are there ways you feel like you guys can get him a little more involved in those situations?
Well, he's getting touches, but he's making the right play. If he's getting double teamed, I don't want him just shooting the ball over three people. That makes no sense to me.
And you also, in the first half, you closed with Mitch at 5. What was your
Well, Mitch was the one guy rebounding.
What was Cade doing differently that allowed him to score so much today? And after you guys contained him pretty well in game one.
Yeah, no, he's a great player. So he got to the line a lot.
How exhausting is it for your ball club to play catch up the entire game, and how problematic is that?
Well,
Tom?
you have to win games different ways. Obviously, you'd rather play with the lead, but whatever you just got to find a way to win at the end.
Tom, you talked about the calls, but I think it was 14-2 in the first half free throws. Is that the biggest thing you saw?
Yeah, and we got two late that were, so, it is what it is.
We saw you guys kind of dominate after that 21-0 run last game. What was the difference this time that they were able to be so resilient?
Yeah, same thing. We made a comeback, and, we had a good shot at the end, and it didn't go in. So, that's the way it goes sometimes, make or miss league.
Just what's the message or the outlook going into Game 3 now?
Same thing. Each game is different. You have to reset. Whether you win or lose, you reset, get ready for the next one. You got to understand what goes into winning.
I know you mentioned the fouls. Just in general, how do you feel like the guys responded to the physicality?
That's playoff basketball. It's it's going to be physical, and that's fine. And the rebounding we got to fix.
When the calls aren't going your guys' way, do you feel like there's an issue at all with maybe you guys getting too wrapped up in that and that negatively impacting you guys?
That's part of our league. So you make your point, move on, try to do it during a dead ball.
After kind of a quiet game one shooter, 20 off the bench tonight, what was it giving you trouble with him tonight?
Well, I think anytime you put two on somebody, you got to make sure you're reacting out. And so I thought our turnovers hurt us in the first half. It was better in the second half, and we put them into the open floor.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.